So, I do believe we would last left off on, on Morik and Belra showing up and calling Orlain out on the thing he's wearing accidentally. And I think that was the last scene of, at least scenes that were the player characters would be aware of. So there's that. Do you want to jump ahead any amount of time, or are we...
We'll pick up from where we left off. As I imagine the two of them very much had that essence of Metal Gear Solid Alert noise and Spider-Man Point hybridization.
Mm-hmm. They did call each other out on having plans because the child accidentally forced their hand.
Having the child, you may interject time, you violent war criminal, with whatever you believe is cute. Having the child and sort of Morik being a leading hand in not only not being subtle with his stares, but also being the one who's probably trying his best to, like, at least an hour. Let's just stay here for an hour, and then we can go in private time. You and me. We can go talk. We can go dance. You dance?
I feel like the consistent, like, both of them just being normal, or Morik's attempts at being normal, while the others are around. Because I do think at least Aurelia might have seen, like, the nonsense. I know Tryphon probably is having the response of, this is a bad time for me to be implied to be Arrow Ace.
Well, I don't know about the Arrow part, but the Ace, yeah.
We love it for him. Thank you for confirming it on recording.
Proud of him.
I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed before already.
Not on recording.
All right.
But it's like, I feel like Tryphon has wandered off again of just finding literally any other conversation but the lovebirds in front of him, because god damn it, every single time this happens.
Flashback of, I can fix him. Stop trying. He's going to hurt you.
We'll leave Tryphon within 5 minutes of the recording.
We literally just started this, and he hasn't even said a damn word.
I love you.
Get vocal.
I'm just making assumptions you can interrupt me.
I mean, at this point, he is looking for an escape, mostly because it's the whole vibe of, should I be here? I probably should be here. This seems like this seems like a them thing. I don't know what's happening.
I will say, regardless of who else is around, Orlain is having, for lack of a better way of describing it, the Pomni GIF response I sent. Because he's just thinking to himself of, the more we talk out in the open, there's a higher chance of at least one of them catching on. But not saying it aloud. I'm gonna do the bit, Yufi.
Go for it.
I will say, is Aurelia there?
I think she's pretty nearby, yeah.
So she'll probably overhear the not at all muffled or whispered commentary of Alright.
Yes, love.
Kind of a question, more of a less of a question, more of a concerned commentary from me. How good are you? How good do you think you are at hiding?
Oh, that's still going on?
Aurelia,
Yeah?
you watch this 7-foot tall motherfucker smile as sweet as he can be. Fall back, and then just Homer Simpson into the ground.
Orlain just stares in vague amusement and then just, I love you very much, that's not going to work.
See a head pop out of the ground like a fucking nightmare. Oh, but why not?
That might work for 2 of them. And Aurelia knows exactly what he's referring to now.
What do you mean?
Orlain voice, I have to hide these people from my parents.
And he knows he's not going
One
to.
second.
This is a bit. I have to explain this is a bit. Clyde and Hopper. Oh, we know what's happening. He's a nanny. I can smell you.
No! Don't say it like that. Stop!
That's how he said it.
That was part of the bit earlier that we were doing.
That's why I sent that gif.
I'm not free.
No, you.
But it's still smiling because I'm going to be entirely real in this moment. He looks at Valera for a second, realizes the visual representation of the things that are happening around him in consequence with the things that he has already said to Clyde and his parents, and just goes, I am going to be generous. 8.
8?
7.
7 what?
Tryphon takes a step back.
Aurelia picking up CC and taking 5 large steps to the side.
Aurelia and Tryphon, both give me perception checks, please.
Orlain's having a time.
Oh no, it's so much funnier. Give me 1 second.
Wow, I see fuck shit. I got a 1.
Tryphon's too awkward. I got a 9.
Alright, gang.
Tryphon, you don't see anything, you feel something.
Oh, I step back, bumps against Izanani and just slowly looks up.
Doremi.
It's bad.
Just, oh, hi.
It's not Atuse, it's just Doremi. Because it's very sweet. She is just staring, very confused. Hay bale on her shoulder. Very much looking with the essence of what's happening. What the fuck?
Again,
Tiny
the
child wave.
Again, the Pomni response and turning, and just not even turning. No, he doesn't turn. He just goes, a little sooner than I thought. I'm gonna be honest.
Are you trying to keep your boyfriend a secret?
No. I think that's physically impossible after the things I've said.
Yeah, he's also taller than I am, so. We're a town of short people. Save myself and one Goliath.
I think this entire time Valera has been mostly concealed by Orlain, not really facing the others, even though they saw her. So
Yep.
just slightly turns. There is a child in his arms.
There's a baby.
Staring at you so hard. Why are you holding a halfling?
Oh, no.
Alright, no. Look at me.
Mm,
Orlain, look at me.
yes.
6 words or less. Is your father gonna pass out?
He thinks for a second.
Does
I
that
think
work with
Morik
just a
is the
yes or a
only
no?
motherfucker who would be able to clock due to the heart spark that the single thing that came through any emotional connection was, am I a bitch today or not?
Smiles.
It doesn't show on his face, however. He is just thinking about it. And then goes, I don't think. I don't think so.
Alright.
But Clyde is very easy to concern. So, it's
I'm aware.
50-50.
That's why I gave you 6 words or less, and you gave me 7.
Cool. I said I don't think so.
I don't think so. But Clyde is.
I separated those with a. I hate.
She comes up, basically fucking like meme style, steps over Tryphon. Head pet. Looks at the small child. Who is. Okay. Halfling, or what's happening? Just tell me.
Child.
Child?
Mm.
Child. Like the things we find in the starter camps.
Odd word choice, but yes.
It's not an odd word. It's a valid word choice. We come from places that. You know what I mean.
I do. I'm just hassling you.
I know you are. And I'm gonna take your fucking bread later. Child.
Yeah?
That's child. And then turning to Orlain. My child.
No? I'm sure she has her own family. I
Not
think.
you. Not her. You.
Me?
Yes, you, my child.
Why? Sorry, that was it. It sounded like you needed something.
I do. Honest answer. Do you want to be here right now?
I didn't want to be here past the second day.
It's the 3rd day. Do you want to walk off with your child and your...
Not my child!
Mm-hmm.
This is the same person who said that she's my child just because I'm nice to her.
Kiddo?
What words of wisdom do you have for me now, Mum?
What did Clyde do to you?
Narrow it down.
What did Clyde do for you to earn the title Dad?
This is going to sound quite insane. Narrow it down.
I don't need to. I think that answers enough. Because it's not a difficult target with the right person. You are the right person for this one. So, take your child.
My gosh.
Take your
We're
husband.
not married yet!
Yep. And that's when you all hear a very psychic, yet. Go wander. Go relax.
Mentally, nope, not listening to Isa. Tries to mentally send back. You know about this already.
I forgot. I didn't know a child was involved. And then you just get a hand, the massivest hand you can imagine on your face. Orthros, look at me.
Visibly
him to shut-
disgusted look for a second.
We'll talk about that one later.
I
Focus on me.
the mental image of exactly what he looked like for half a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
You'll understand exactly why it was a moment of there's no denying the reaction.
Valid. She looks you dead in your soul and goes, "Alright, not going to say that again. You don't like that. We're not going to do that. So, what we are going to do, and you're going to listen to me now, go do what you want to. The festival is about doing what you want to do. You have given us your time, and we are beyond thankful for that. Now, if you want to go be alone, if you want to go be sweet with... Maybe she's not your child, whatever she is to you, go do it right now. Go."
The reaction wasn't as deep as you thought it was.
I don't care. I don't need to care. You know I want you safe. You know I want you having fun. You having fun?
In theory.
Do you want to stay?
No.
Go.
Alright.
I love you, kid. I'm a call away. And I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna tell Hopper, and you're gonna hear him, but he's not gonna come chasing you, okay?
I love how Hoppa's always the last one to find out simply by causal effect at this point.
Fuck, is it simply by what effect?
I'll explain it later. It's basically
Okay.
last to know because it's funny.
Oh. It's very funny. To be fair, me and him just traded places, so it's very funny.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye, Orlain.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Then looks at Morik and just... I went better than I thought. Well, it is Isa. His mom.
Morg is giving you the smuggest fucking look.
Alright, what's your deal right now?
He just like kind of like smug look, smiles and gives no answer, but just holds like a sitting pretty kind of look, essentially. I've done nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. Everything's fine. I definitely am not gonna tease you the minute we're out of earshot.
He turns and starts walking away with Phalra and off to someplace quiet. But the comment he makes is... The first comment he makes is, Clyde knows about the thing you did a long time ago. And says nothing else. Just the, huh? Feel like? Just, wait, no. Which one? No.
Yeah, everyone who's facing Morik, you see the... What does that mean? We banged. Hey, what does that mean? Which one? Hey! And he walks off with Orlain.
Orlain is the this is a bit. Orlain is the only one who can be allowed a last laugh or something like that. The whole bit. Yeah, fair.
I imagine Tryphon. I imagine after they walk off, Tryphon just slowly raises a hand.
Yes.
What's a starter camp and why are they full of childs?
Aurelia, you know what a starter camp is. It is the most common lore, and because you are from the beginning of the campaign and from a base, you and Orlain and Cupronickel are the only ones who know what the fuck a starter camp is. It is boot camp, essentially. It is another name for boot camp where when you are fresh out of the pod, you can grow, you can learn, you relearn how to use your weapon, relearn basic moves, it's basically your 10, 15 years home until you learn everything that you forgot after you went through a cycle.
It's training grounds.
Yes. In the most common sense I can call it, it's super boot camp.
Was that an in-character explanation or just out of character?
Yeah, Aurelia, just very simple. It's training grounds.
Oh, okay. That still doesn't explain the child thing.
Opens mouth, closes mouth several times while she tries to figure out how to explain that.
Give me a history check.
What's my history? Ah, yes, another +1. How beautiful.
You got this. Don't worry about your modifiers, worry about your rolls.
I got a 17.
So, a child. No. A child is, for lack of a better term, what a bunch of the for lack of a better term, are what a bunch of the caretakers and commanders of these boot camps and starting areas essentially call all of you. It's not my fault. You were rubbing up against me with medicine on you, but it is a term that you realize is how early you are in the cycle. It is a term that it is the basis that I can give you with a 17 is oh, I got the perfect example for this one. I had it. I lost it. A child, from what your memory and your history roll gets you, is essentially the same as... Actually... No, hold on. Aurelia. You were given you were given the chance to have... No. This is very important, and this is something I'm realizing. I need you to focus. /serious. I need you to focus.
I am focused. That was me laughing at you getting hit in the face with the realization.
Yeah, you were given 2 memories, free memories, that you can decide that you remember from your time in the Compact Forge. You never told me what they were.
I haven't picked anything, but I would like to pick out. Aurelia also remembered being a child.
Yeah, there you go. So you can just, with a 17 and common sense, go for it, bud. 17 common sense. Tala can give a fucking explanation of what a child is. Go for it.
1 second, I need to finish laughing at us.
I'm connecting the dots. You hate connecting shit.
The dots. What dots have you connected? Taylor's doesn't fucking talk to me. You simp boy.
Just vague gestures. Children are hands out processing. Okay, so you don't remember it.
I literally woke up in a room being guarded by a land shark, so no.
Alright. So as far as I understand it, a child is what everybody starts as, sort of. Like, you're a child, and then you grow up into an adult.
Tryphon just slowly looks down at himself, looks over at Aurelia, and is just... Are you sure?
Yes.
Just processing. Then why didn't I start as one?
I don't know. I assume someone took gestures at Tryphon and put you in one of the grow tubes and then placed you in the room for God knows what reason.
I guess so. I'm still trying to figure that out, too. I've got nothing on it.
Well, maybe you'll remember.
Okay, fucking excuse you, Orlain.
Hey! Mine's currently 18.
I mean, mine's at 14, so I can't really say much, but... Cupronickel's not even on the map.
Because I'm awkward.
I imagine Izanani's probably still standing there wondering what the fuck is happening now.
She's fighting
Don't
so
eat
hard.
glass.
She is.
She's trying so hard to what?
Just stay where she is and keep you all company. Like, you having trained with her enough times, you understand this is the look she gets before she's about to say something really fucking blunt.
He looks over at her, stares for a moment, and is just like, just say it.
I don't think you want me to.
What's the worst that could happen?
Why is now just... You've been traveling with them for so long. Why is it just now you're finding out what a child is? What a starter camp is? Do you guys not talk enough?
It's never been something I've thought to ask about.
A basic common sense of the world, and it has not come up once in your travels.
No.
Looks at you, Aurelia. She gets why you're having trouble now. Looks at you, Tryphon. She knows you more. She knows more than just the few lines of the pamphlet that you are to her. Nods. I'll go get the stick.
Okay.
Why is Jackie over here in the fucking void?
There was a map over there the other day.
No, I remember.
You never got rid of her.
But Izanani walks off. She seems to be going to grab this stick.
Tryphon looks over at Aurelia. What does she mean by the stick anyways? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay, cool. So I guess we get to find out together.
Is it the talking stick? Yeah, the communal brain. Fuck, the communal brain cells on Bluetooth again. I see.
When is it not, especially in this house?
It's not here. Like, I will not lie, I am slightly out of it. Like, not seriously out of it. I had a nap today and my brain's still a little bleh.
I woke up
But I'm alright.
5 minutes before session.
Hey!
We're doing great.
I'm very proud of all of us. Now let's focus. So, it's just you guys. What do you have? What else do you have to talk about?
Alright. Just gonna look at Tryphon and go, okay, well, we wait for what Isa's going to bring back. Do you have any other questions we could maybe answer?
He visibly is thinking for a moment, just, do I have any other questions? Because the only reason why the starting camp question came up was because Izanani mentioned it. Stop bullying my boy. For a moment, though, he shakes his head. It's just like, I can't think of anything right now. Ah, solidarity. Got it.
I know. Do you have any... Does the Peanut Gallery want to suggest a question for Tryphon?
There appear to be suggestions. Oh. I mean, he could ask that. Where do children question come from? Actually, those words were right in the right order. Yes. The where do children come from question actually does make some sense with context. Yeah,
Within
no,
the previous held conversation, yes.
So yeah, no, he will stand there and he will think, and then he'll look over at Aurelia just like, do you know where children come from? Well, actually, no, he doesn't know the plural word for it, does he?
What
Was
childs
it?
come from?
Yeah. Do you know where childs come from? Because that's what he's been saying it this entire time, childs, and nobody has corrected him. He's
That is
not
a very-
fucking here.
Yep. That is a good point. All right.
Yeah, Aurelia just pauses. Well, I'm pretty sure the plural of child is children. But I don't know how they're acquired. No.
Do they just spawn or something?
I don't think so.
This is where
Well, they
Yufi's
have to come from somewhere.
pause. This is where
Yeah.
Yufi's gonna come in. You have an idea of where they come from. It's part of the common knowledge. Common knowledge for a soldier is children are produced from the little recycle tubes.
Yeah, but with Aurelia's like learning about the world now is like, I don't know if I trust that wholly, so I'm not going to say it out loud yet.
All right.
Because, you know, it's like, what the hell does take 3 mean?
That's the Pomni reference.
Okay. Because, like... Leave a punk.
Everyone stop focusing on muted VC.
Yes,
Focus on
Captain.
We are getting derailed far too quickly.
I mean, would that common knowledge be for Tryphon as well, or just...
Give me a history check.
Okay.
We're going to
hold on,
find
let's
out.
Watch it be another fucking one.
If it is,
Would be
it is.
funny.
No, it was a 9, so 14.
All right. You remember a tube. You remember a lot of tubes. It's very, very private matter. You remember these tubes. There was a line of them. You were in one. You saw no children. You saw no one like Velra. You also didn't see Dane. In fact, you can't remember who all you saw. Just bodies and figures in these tubes. But one thing kind of calls out to you. The only thing you remember from the tube was your rank being administered. And that's what a 14 gets you.
I don't remember the fucking rank.
That's on your arm, buddy. You can pull up your
right, yeah.
sleeve.
Yeah, I was about to be very rude.
Listen. There. It could. Fucking. I'm brain dead. I guess.
You forgot that we have it tattooed on our bodies, yes.
Yeah.
Add that. That should be part of your prime notes.
Yeah. It's somewhere in here. I know. I remember it starts with an E.
Electrum?
I think so. Let me fucking look it up.
Well, while you're looking that up, we'll move on because you don't always want to share your rank. That was the thing I mentioned before. So that's your headspace on the matter. At least that's what your brain is providing you of like, hey, yeah, the fuck? Huh?
Yeah, no, he remembers that and just blinks a few times. And just... Is it tubes? Like, he says that out loud.
Okay, tubes is where we came from. Like, within the cycle. But I don't know where children come from outside of the cycle, you know?
Yeah.
Because,
Okay.
we don't really come out of that as children as small as the one that Orlain had there.
Yeah. Okay, I found Tryphon's rank. I was incorrect. Does not start with it. It is not Electrum. Anyways. But yeah, no. He goes back to thinking, trying to see if he can figure out where children come from. Because he also does remember in the tubes, none of them were children.
As you're thinking on this, as the two of you are kind of crowded up around there, I believe enough time has passed. Where you just hear... He has a what? And then thump, 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 followed by you seeing a rabbit running full sprint, full tilt, only to get fucking demolished by a much larger figure. No. Privacy. Demands it. Earned it. I know he just went... The child! There's a child involved. He's a child. I know. A child. Does Clyde knows. A child!
Tryphon just slowly turns to Aurelia and is just, I don't think the stick is going to be happening.
What just then goes,
No.
you think any of those three would have any idea where children come from, or should we leave that for a different person to ask?
Tryphon thinking briefly, just remembering the incident with Cupronickel, and is just like, we probably should ask someone else.
Fuck you, that shouldn't have been funny.
Aurelia does have a thought of who to call now, having that conversation.
Yeah?
Does she know if Noctis is still here?
No, he left a little earlier.
Damn it. Then she's going to call him.
Second ring, he picks up. Hello?
Okay, Noctis, this is going to be a weird question.
I'm gonna stop you right fucking there. The child's not here. Is the child with Morik?
The child is with Morik and Orlain. It's related to the child.
Is she alright?
She's fine.
Alright.
I think.
What's up?
Tryphon at this point leans over and just asks bluntly, where do children come from?
I'm sorry. I think there was a little error in say. There was something. What? Hey. I'm sorry. My communicator fucked up. Say that one more time. What was the question?
Where do children come from?
Where do children come from? You're asking a doctor where children come from. Is this a serious question? Or is this a tunnel question that you two were talking and then randomly remembered and started questioning reality?
Related to the fact that we just saw a child for the first time.
All
I
right.
mean, I am asking it pretty genuinely.
All right. So, are you asking where children come from in our world at this moment, or where, or how are they created? Which one are you asking me?
Where do children naturally come from, I think would be the question we want here.
Yes, that.
Am I on speaker?
Yes, but we're alone.
Take me off speaker.
Mm.
Then how am
I'm not saying this with the chance that someone from your camp will overhear. We don't need them getting ideas.
We can go
They're
somewhere
They're
a
going
bit
to
more
get ideas
isolated.
anyway eventually.
Let it happen naturally. Take me off speaker.
Like, motions Tryphon to like scooch up, and she'll like hold like her communicator up between their heads.
Yeah, he's getting as close as he physically can.
Okay, you're off speaker.
Biologically, it's from sex.
From what?
Slow
The
turn to
ting-ting
look at
goes into
Tryphon.
When a ting-ting goes into a tunnel...
I don't need. I'm pretty sure Tryphon knows what sex is.
Yeah, I would hope, and that's where we're gonna stop saying that
Because
word.
the rest of that
We
is
don't
not
get
safe for
fucking-
YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
This is what you guys decided to ask.
But Tryphon is going to cut him off. It's just like, I know how it works. That was surprise.
It just it hmm. Look. It just happens when one person really cares for another person, they get romantic and then they get intimate, and then after continuing to be intimate for it normally takes more than one try a lot of the time. So after that, people, a biologically female person, more often than not, because there are some special cases with different species, will begin growing a small person inside of them. And then after a set amount of time, that small person will need a doctor to help be removed from their body, and then that is an infant, a precursor to a child.
Noctis can't see this, but Aurelia probably is seeing the look of mild horror on Tryphon's face.
I assume it's less like a parasite than
It's not,
Tryphon seems to be thinking.
No, it's not a parasite. Jesus, God have mercy. Oh, it's Yufi slipping through. I'm begging you all, /genuinely, change the topic. Stop making me explain infancy to you all.
Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Alright, thank you.
Tryphon probably does just shake his head after a moment, just like, I think I know all I need to know at this point.
You hear the most audible thumbs up from a very tired vulture who's going to be like, I could send you a pamphlet whenever you guys get to a new base. Fucking almighty. Alright, go. Oh. Alright. All of you are evil, and I genuinely hope to never have to explain this to you a separate time.
I'm not going to be asking a separate time, so...
Alright, good. Click.
There is a few beats of silence after Noctis hangs up before Tryphon just sighs and looks at Aurelia. I think Clyde might have been a better choice.
I mean, toss up at this point.
So, do we just want to wander the festival, or are we going to keep waiting for the stick?
I think Giza has been thoroughly sidetracked with Hopper.
Okay, yeah, so...
Come on,
I think-
let's go find something fun to do that isn't tormenting Noctis.
Are you guys gonna go find a game to play?
I think Tryphon would, or at least he would try
Yeah.
to aim for the games.
1 second.
Orlain will work out memes on his own, thank you very much.
Alright, I'm good.
Hello, small dog. Can I help you? Do you need something? You do need something. Okay, I'll be right back.
You guys want to pause while you do that?
I mean, we could always move to Agate or Cupronickel.
Alright.
If Cupronickel is up for it.
Agate, Cupronickel, you guys up for it?
I'm still trying to think of something to do. Not gonna lie.
Alright.
I mean, neither of us planned for this to go in that direction, so...
God, jeez, my heart just dropped. Someone's firing fireworks off.
It's not even Christmas yet.
It's fine. We're having fun. Alright, so. Agate, you got anything or you want anything? Focus. If you have nothing, we'll move on to someone else. Alright. We're gonna go to Mork, and if you guys have something, I will ask you to raise your hand in muted VC and let me know that you have something that you might want to try in a moment. But for now, we will be moving to the slice of life of the episode.
That was a bit.
And-
I wasn't trying to be serious.
I know, but I don't want to sit in silence. I do not have the brain power to sit in silence and wait for people at the moment. I woke up very little before session. So, if I have a lull, I'll lose my brain, okay? That's why we had to cut the children conversation. moving to where would we find Orlain and Morik?
Honestly, this one of two places. It depends on if Morik shows any, I guess, hesitation on one of them. One's a really honest to god gay location for both of them. It's the place they first met.
Oh, Gabo.
Because not only is it the first place they met, it's the first place he met Jack too.
He instantly gets fucking happy-eyed. He's like, "Oh, you want to go back to where we first met?" Gay boy.
Oh, Morik, the Gomez of the relationship? Nah, dude.
Oh, Morik is. I'll say it to the end of the fucking earth. Morik is either Gomez or. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, bud?
No.
You want to say that on recording, Chief?
No, I'm good.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm not giving ammo to anybody.
Anyway, he does like go over to where they first met.
Alright, so I don't have that map.
Yeah, we know.
It's been eaten by the void.
It was lost time. Oh, hey, look, I'm wrong. Wait,
Said
double
no.
check. No, I'm right. I'm right.
It's a bit.
That's the other place.
Uh,
No. The earliest map I have is the snow area's first zone.
Oof.
Yep.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Orlain does find a good enough place to sit with Valra, because as much as I joke about how he's been since the first time meeting her and struggling at first to pick her up and making it seem normal, it's fine. Don't worry, the kid. It's fine. He'll deal with the soreness later. Constantly carrying around the equivalent of a living 50-pound weight as a child. Fine.
We know it's closer to 70.
And Orlain was dealing with it the first time. There's not a chance in hell he will be preparing Jimmy see her again. So it's the thing of he does sit down so that he isn't constantly carrying her, but isn't letting go of her. It's the mental trick of still in arms, still being carried. Thumbs up.
She is being held. All is well with the world.
Down, still being held. And just
More.
Yeah.
Looks at Orlain. He's been so used to hoverhanding and helping people hold her the right way because she is Jakarian, but she is still young. So the heft, the weight, the distribution of the horns and tails on how that weight is moved around, that can be difficult. Orlain. Make me a strength check. And do you want to put a little bit of will into this to make sure she's held safely?
Yes. My only dead roll. Sure.
All right. If you're going to put some will into this, add a +5 to your roll.
He's a very stubborn man.
I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, what'd you roll?
I haven't rolled yet. I was waiting for you to come back.
All right, I'm back. Go ahead.
18.
You arm under the legs, under the tail, but not to a point where it would pinch where her tail is connected to her body. Just hold her, and you know that if she is grabbing onto your chest or wrapping around arms, that you need to kind of position it to where her body is leaning into yours, and you are adding the right weight. I'd say it takes you maybe a moment of surprise to get used to it, but after that moment is over, it is like you have always known how to lift this child.
I don't think he has a visual response to it. It is just he is a very quick learner.
Morik, you feel instant adoration. You don't need to look at Morik to know he's simping.
Oh god. Alright. Orlain just chuckles a little bit and goes, Did I do something?
You're good with kids.
So it would seem.
So it would seem indeed.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to be when I deal with a bunch of them daily. And he just kind of rolls his eyes.
What do you mean you deal with them daily?
I'm being mean towards Agate.
Oh, is Agate in need of... What is Agate?
Well, if we're being completely upfront, I don't know.
See... Neither do I.
I suppose that puts both of us on our back foot, then.
A little bit, yeah. But me more than before.
I mean, he walks the way he proclaims he is, but everything that he has said doesn't really add up. His reactions when I spoke about Atslane didn't line up either. So I
What was his
imagine there's something. A little less suspicion than is warranted. That could just be me, but
I've never seen Atslane, so I can't. I just remember what you've told me about him. So, I can...
Well, yes, but he sighs for a moment and just. I feel like Orlain mentally waffles a little bit, just goes back and forth, doesn't say anything for a second, and then goes, I more meant his, the way that he was so ready to accept everything that I said as fact, instead of, well, what everybody else did. And honestly, including some people I don't want to bring up at time of the festival.
Like who?
Jack.
You met with him again.
Perhaps.
Have fun?
In a manner of speaking.
I felt that you... I felt that you were a little worried, and then you were very at peace.
Well, yes, one half of that was with Jack, and the other half was with Jackie. Which is, I honestly, I can see why that's a bit confusing for some people. I can't really see a similarity for them aside from the unfortunate placement of the letters of their name, but you know how it is.
They're not similar. They are two separate types of who you are. Who you talk to, if that makes sense.
A lot of things often do.
Jackie is, from what you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, and he moves to lean against the tree where he first kind of drooped out to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie is familiar, but Jack is welcoming.
He's annoying.
So,
This is not a complaint, it is an observation. It is among all of the people I know, have met, have left, and the people who have stayed. Jack is the one of the few people who I don't need to dance with. I can just sit and be. Like now, for example.
people are complicated.
Obviously so. They wouldn't be people otherwise, they'd be cutouts.
Maybe.
This is an oddly philosophical discussion we seem to be having.
It's
And
not
looks at
big.
and looks at Valera, who's probably just big old eyes at this conversation she has no context for.
Yep.
He laughs a little bit, goes, I don't think we should continue this discussion in this manner.
Then let's end it with this. Let's end this part of the discussion with this. You the way you see people is amazing. The way you read them is even better.
Oh, so you've got on.
I have. I had a cheat sheet, but I have. My only point I wish to mention and sort of push is that, and this is gonna sound bad, Valra, sweetheart, and like he switches to Jakarian, so I'm going to drop the accent. Valra?
Yeah?
Do not repeat what I'm about to say in common or any other tongue, alright?
Are they rude words?
Grim would come unraveled at the seams if he heard you say these.
But he curses all the time around me.
Oh, honey, I'm not about to say a curse word.
Okay.
And he switches to common. He not actually no. This is where he's gonna try and get you, Orlain. He's going to switch to broken Elvish.
Awful.
Orlain.
Starting off
You-
strong, love.
Common. Fuck off. I'm trying.
Not even looking at Morik right now, just giving him the time to adjust to Elvish. And just smiling at Valera.
You need a line in sand to let them know there is no black and white to world. The world. That will get them killed. Be the add of color to them. And he's looking at you, hoping that this is getting that he's like again fourth language technically.
Mm-hmm. No, that's why Orlain isn't being a bitch about it.
Yeah,
he
was
was a bitch.
Drakarian, Orcish, Common, and now he's trying Elvish.
My favorite bit to do that Agate aka Nia has all but leaned into so hard, is that when people are learning Elvish around Orlain and they don't have a reason to fuck up that badly, when they have an elf right in front of them to ask, the only reason you shouldn't be is if you're embarrassed. Or worse, you're trying to surprise him. Which, either way, it doesn't matter. He'll find it funny.
This is Morik trying to surprise him with how much he has learned on the sidelines. And his first sentence is not something sweet, it's not something lovey-dovey. It's a genuine ask to not let his team, his friends, not his team, his friends, see the world in black and white. Be the color that you need, that they need.
There's a pause. The smile doesn't shift at all. But I think Morik knows when Orlain's trying to avoid a topic and just dance around it.
Morik stands up and moves right in front of you. He holds out a hand.
Morik.
Holds out a hand.
Moves his left hand to Morik.
He holds you by the fingers, lifts his foot, big stomp, and you can feel it in the ground. A kind of stomp that leads into a soft little hop, and then another stomp, and stomp, and stomp, hop. And then you realize there's rhythm to it.
Just the the most nervous of somebody who is trying very hard not to allude to all of the things that they misled about in the past. Of avoiding every single party in his base to an extent, because he's just like, oh, I don't dance.
He stops, and he looks at you. Do you know why I dance?
No.
My mother's name was Moraine. She didn't dance. She told me stories. She told me life lessons through stories, through metaphors. She told me the world of her view. I don't remember all of it. Sometimes I forget some things, but I remember a lot of it. All that I can. And whenever I feel like I'm going to forget something, I do what my mama taught me. I talk. I storytell. But I can't say the stories I want to tell because they're in Drakarian. He looks at Valra and goes, I could tell you the story. I know the story of the star and the four horns. And Valra would know that this is a very common children's story of a hornless dragon that wished upon a star and was gifted four horns. But I can't tell that to you. And he motions to Orlain. So I would always mumble to myself. In the rogue base, I would always mumble. And Derek would try to decipher it. He'd use all his spell slots just to use tongues correctly, and he'd piece together the smallest stuff. But then my mama. And he gently reaches out with his other hand and taps the little clamp of grannies that is attached to your hair. Told me that not every story has to be told through words. that you can tell them through actions. And she taught me how to dance. I don't want you to dance, Orlain. I want to hear a story from you, how you decide to tell it. Do you have a story?
He just kind of stares for a moment. I think Mork for a split second while he was talking, when he looked at Valera and said, the things in Jakari, and Orlain looked like he understood at least one of the words, but also doesn't fully get context, which probably would have put Mork on his back foot for a second. Of just, wait, huh? But also he was talking, so I didn't interrupt. So it just, he sighs. I have plenty of stories.
How do you want to tell them?
Not sure. Plenty of mediums to try, but
What's the one that calls to you?
if you believe it, theater. I'm pretty good at
He
putting on a
kind of
show.
he hears that, thinks for a moment, lets go of your hand, steps back, and through the thump and hop and dance that he normally does, you see the ground kind of lift, grow, become more plateau-ish.
Hmm.
So you realize he's making a stage for you.
And then just the nervous laugh of Morik, that's not necessary.
Does it need to be necessary?
I'm not going to be able to convince you to stop, alright?
I'm already dancing, my love.
He looks at Valera with a very playful look and going, men, right?
Feng Shui.
Giggling immediately.
What's up,
Feng
babe?
Shui, the funniest shit.
What?
Valorant's just giggling immediately.
Evil.
Evil.
Goddamn you. All right. What is Valra's reaction to men, huh?
Oh no. Giggling.
Is Orlain beating the allegations of not being cis? Don't worry about it. None of your concern.
Who wants to know about it?
Ain't none of your goddamn business. If you're attracted to me, that makes you gay. Doesn't matter what gender I am.
You know, strong motherfucker in Grand Varia. That's sane. All right.
Good correction.
Soon, he kind of the hopping and stomping and the dance dies down, and there is a small little stone and gem stage for you. My darling, my Drukshine. This is going to remain here. If you use it, you use it. If you don't, you don't. But I do want to hear a story from you one way or another.
I suppose. And stands up, because it's a thing at this point, and looks at Valor and goes, "Do you mind if I hand you off to Morik for a moment?"
Okay.
He does
The
like
fucking mood.
raise a brow for a moment and briefly glance down at where her tiny little hands are latched onto his shawl. Like, that does require letting go of my shawl.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to keep it for a little while?
Can I? I'll be really gentle.
I don't think there's a force in this universe that could possibly do anything but burn it, but you're welcome to try and dismantle it somehow.
I don't want to do that. It's really pretty.
I'm making a joke, darling.
Okay.
He kind of snickers a little bit. It's like, I have to remember certain things. And he moves to gently set her down at first on the ground and take off the shawl, which, if you know how shawls work, the only way his is keeping closed is because there's a knife through it. That's a real thing
Correct.
that is happening. So he unlatches it with the knife, tucks the knife away. That's Hopper's. He'll give it back to him in a moment. And proceeds to take off the shawl and register just how big it is compared to her. Looks at Morik with the expression of, I think it'd be easier to not get it ruined if you picked her up.
He is looking at you like fucking true love's gaze right now.
All right.
And he does move, and he holds her one arm, and then kind of motions, and you can see him starting to take off his kimono.
Just
And he
very.
offers it.
Go ahead.
Trade you. He offers it to you with a trade you.
Morik, a little more subtle next time, would you? Smiling.
Never. Never. Subtlety's not in my blood. That's what my mama always said.
I don't think there's something about you that could be subtle. When you're not trying, at least.
I mean, I still sneak up on him sometimes.
I'm getting better.
You are, and so am I.
Rolls his eyes
Cool.
and just hands Valera the shawl, which, honestly, because of how it's made, I feel like she sees how big it is and expects it to be really heavy, and so uses both hands, and it's just the lightest fucking thing she's ever held. She's like, is this, huh? Question mark?
Confused but delighted.
Mm-hmm. And pauses for a moment before gently taking the kimono that was offered.
One more time?
He takes the kimono that was offered very gently.
It is Orlain.
Mm-hmm.
It is full of wear and tear. On the outer point, it looks perfect. On the inside, you see all the patches, the sew jobs, everything.
Mm-hmm.
This thing was loved. Still is loved. And with your beginner to Drakarian that you were learning,
Mm-hmm.
you see the symbol, the 2-point symbol for Morik engraved in the back on like the back of the hem where the tag would be, essentially.
Yeah. I know what you're describing. It's along the seam naturally.
Yes. The way it is provided is more MOR, as if it were a family name, and then the symbol for Rick. Morik.
There's a glance at it for a moment. No visual representation of understanding it, I think, but Morik has a cheat sheet.
Morik has a cheat sheet. Orlain could fucking ask, and Morik would spend the night teaching him.
Yeah, but Orlain is not like that, TM. And also, he was just asked to tell a story, you dipshit.
I
Anyway.
know. Setting up for a little afterwards.
Mm-hmm. So he
'Cause
steps closer. I think his intention is trying to, for a second, not putting on the kimono as he walks over to the stage, and then realizing, oh, I've stylized outfits like this before, just as a half comment to himself. This is a bit outside of character for other reasons, but you'll get it. Specifically because you know more about Orlain's backstory than I think to an extent even I would. Orlain makes a joking commentary of, this is hardly the most difficult piece of outerwear I've dealt with.
I'll make a joke whenever we... Actually, do we want to take our break right now? Because it's an hour and a half.
Sure, I'll leave it with Orlain is going to be setting up a little bit for a performance.
All right. Go ahead and pause as Orlain.
And we're unpaused.
I will open us up and then I will pass on the speaking stick to Mara. Vera, we'll grab this from your point of view. You remember the skyscrapers, all the floating houses and homes and kingdoms of the Drakarian realm. How pristine everybody looks, how they all have their own sense, how the rock and earth Drakarians, they remain in heavy armor or light garb, and you see the light garb of Morik. But you also know that Drakarians are famous for knowing that scars of any kind are a disgrace to their peace. These two people who have been nothing but amazing and kind to you. These two people that, the elf especially, the one who is standing on the stage now, dressed in the husband, not supposed to say the husband, but the husband's kimono. You've seen just shortly a couple bits of the fingertip. Maybe not intentional, but you've seen the purple hue, the lightning marks, the scars on his face, the scars, the callous knuckles, little things from how he held you. You felt them, you saw them, you understood them. And now this gentle giant who is holding you, you see scars around his wrists and his neck, calloused hands the same as the wonderful elf who was so kind to you. These people fight. They are fighters. They are an extreme point of why the Chikarians do not come to this realm, but these are the kindest souls you have met so far. And as the story begins, you are instantly enraptured by this elven speech. It's not words, but it is an elven speech pattern. A tone that I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Orlain is no longer masking his voice as he begins. And I will hand it off to you.
I will set this up by saying Orlain is well known among his peers as not being good with magic. He proclaims it a lot. Well, he says he doesn't know a lot about magic, and that seems to translate very easily for most into not being good at it. It's an easy assumption to make. Why would you be good at something that you don't know? But he's too careful, too precise when he walks over to each, especially the littlest gems, and brushes fingertips across them and uses a cantrip here, a spell there. And there's a bunch of little lights that illuminate the so-called stage. And he just turns and takes a bow for a second. And he looks like he's in his element, putting on a show. And he takes a breath and speaks more than he performs. This is a story about a prince and a dove. A long time ago, there was rumored to be people who could befriend just about anything, from the flightiest of animals to the most stubborn of people. A long time ago, there was a bunch of rumors about a bunch of different people. But once upon a time, there was a humble prince. No one really cared to listen to anything he had to say because most of the time he was never where he was supposed to be. And he moves to use another spell, which just basically gives the illusion of what he perceives a castle to look like. And because he has seen things from the surface of the moon, he has a pretty good grasp on it. And he smiles and continues. Never seen in the correct spot, no one believed he would ever be able to participate in such a game. After all, the rumors also had a legend with it. If you manage to befriend the things that fly so far ahead of you, beyond you, above you, there is a legend that happened in this story of these people that if you befriended any of the birds that roam in the sky, surely you would have a good life, because birds are not friendly to people. Of course, the prince took it as a challenge, as he took most things. So the prince went from treetop to treetop, not necessarily coaxing the feathers down to the ground in order to capture and contain it as a source of revelry, but instead choosing very cautiously to just extend a hand. It didn't work immediately, of course it didn't. More often than not, he'd return at the end of the day during sunset to his parents, and unintentionally find himself covered in scrapes and bruises and twigs in his hair. But he would never give up. People would constantly tell him that he is chasing a fantasy, chasing this lofty suspicion of an ambition that shouldn't be held in mortal hands. But, you know how it is with kids. He shrugs. It's an offhanded comment of something he's only seen in a couple of people, and a couple of kids. Kids are rather stubborn. Kids are rather hard to negotiate with. After all, when they want something, they'll get it. So this young prince went day after day after day, not necessarily asking for a single type, not necessarily chasing a single aspect of the feathers that he'd see out of the corner of his eye. And one day he got frustrated, did not climb a single tree, did not get too high, did not let himself fall or hurt himself. All he did was wait on the ground and watch the birds fly. And out of curiosity more than frustration, he decided to ask a question. I wonder what it's like to fly. He didn't expect a response. He was alone. But he heard something or someone answer in response. It's not that big of a deal. And his voice just shifted a little bit, as if mimicking someone he knows. And he chuckles to himself, realizing how easy it is to use that voice. And turning to face the voice, it was the same feathers he had been chasing for weeks and weeks and weeks. And he just laughed. I was like, should I be concerned that I've been followed? And the answer was a shake of a head. You've not been followed, is all she said. And she just laughed. Hard to follow someone who doesn't want to be seen. But then again, I'm very good at seeing things that don't want to be seen. And it was just back and forth, nothing really said of importance. But after the sun began to set and he worried that he wouldn't be home in time for dinner, the dove in front of him said, why don't I take you on your ride home? Carry you there myself. There was a joke made, a half-hearted laugh, questioning more than interrogating, implying that there's no way that a single person would be able to carry in flight another, not without wings that were big enough to do so. A comment he had learned from someone else. And for a second, he looks confused at his own words, but shakes it off. And he smiles again, easily slipping back onto the theater performance mask. And of course, just as easily as he took catching a bird as a challenge, the dove took his words as a challenge, didn't wait for him to argue his point on the matter, picked him up as if he weighed nothing, as if he couldn't possibly weigh more than a couple of feathers, and carried him home. And after that day, she kept showing up, over and over again. After a bit of time, the prince finally asked, were you one of the birds? Did I take you from the sky? If so, what is my reward? And she just laughed. You believe in that sort of thing? And she just reached out and tapped him on the chest. It is not a matter of catching the bird, it is a matter of befriending it. If you were there, you would have known. And he takes a little bit of a bow and just snaps and turns off all of the spells that he has up.
Orlain,
Mm-hmm.
you finish your performance, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel a tug. Small tug in your head. And you remember a day from your childhood. when you were younger, you remember something naturally. You're small, barely up to this very large woman who you know is your mother's knee, and you are running a little bit past her to a man in an office. His hair is bound back. He's wearing a monocle because one of his eyes is fake. He is reading. He's got a pen and quill in hand, and you see 10 rings on each finger, 10 rings on on all of his fingers. Little mage hands summoned, flowing and scribbling away as you run up. Little pitter patters. You're not as small or as young as you imagine, but you are in your own home. You know it's safe to talk to him. You know there's no need for an act. There's no need to act coy, to do anything. You can ask him. You can talk to him. You can go to him. And you just experienced meeting Jacqueline for the first time. What do you say to him?
The first words out of his mouth are, I didn't know birds could talk.
They can talk. Are we speaking of Aarakocras or the Asimar fleet that just arrived?
And you see him wave away, flick his wrist a little bit and wave his fingers. Half of the mage hands vanishing after setting down the pens. And he stands up to greet you, leaning down a little bit, arms open for a hug.
Did you meet someone impressive?
And he stops in this dream, in this memory. He stops for a second, mid like going to grabby hands at his dad, and proceeds to just think for a second. Uh, uh, word. What's the word? The pretty white feathers. The what did?
Angel wings.
Yeah.
Celestial, also called celestial limbs. You met an Asimar then, my boy.
She she is very mean and grins.
He sees the grin. He's very concerned for a moment, then sees the grin, and he's like, oh, what's she now? Shall we go punish her, or is this setting an extra plate up for dinner?
I mean, uh, no. Wait, there's two questions there.
Are we greeting them, or are we punishing them for their rudeness? Which one, my dear?
I like her.
Here we Ah, so it is Mama Rude, not Uncle Rude. And you just see a slipper from behind you go. My shield wasn't up, Adora. Yeah, it shouldn't have been. I'm not rude. I'm playful and adorable.
And he just stares with big old eyes at both of them and goes, isn't being rude part of our whole deal?
You see the most the face you gave. You recognize instantly where you picked up the face of hearing the Orthros. Are rude. Mine and your mother's, well, mostly mine, is called an act. It is like when we visited the theater in the kingdom. Do you remember?
Uh-huh.
The pretty play?
The clothes looked much better than what we have.
It did. Papa has to put on an act and be much more rude than he actually is.
Why don't you
should
just
not have...
hit him?
One more time?
Why don't you just hit him?
I've thought about it. You see the other rest of the mage hands disappear, and you remember your father explaining his rings to you, his weapons. That he is a spellcaster by wizardcraft. And you remember his ability is X-fold. He can essentially increase whatever spell he's doing, or replicate it, multiply it, whatever it is, by 1 to 10-fold. And you see genuinely child Orlain, no idea what this meant. Hindsight Orlain, having this memory now, is like, oh, he was gonna murk a motherfucker. I have thought of it. I have thought of it very much. But your mother beats me to the punch.
Literally? Or
No, recently it was a chair. And then you hear from behind you, is this about Auntie Jade? Not Jade, my bad. That's a mess up.
Mhm.
Auntie Jude. That's what it is. Is this about Auntie Jude's words again? That Mama threw the chair at her? I pray it was not a regal chair. There's no response as your eyes are still locked on your father. And then you just see he got his answer. Oh, that's why there's more papers.
and then I feel like depending on how I know this how young Orlain is in this memory, just the full like if they're rude, it's match. Why are we not just fighting them? It doesn't make sense. Okay? Listen. Just the most
I'm listening.
chatty kid.
Yeah, no, full on. And you see Lucius effortlessly pick you up and hold you close as he listens to you. I'm listening. Go ahead. And you feel the rings kind of heat up a little bit against your skin. Not enough to burn. It's kind of like getting close to a heater, but not touching one.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the mage hands begin. Well, to be exact, 2 mage hands, and you can feel 3 presences as he has cast Mage Hand 2-fold, Unseen Servant 3-fold.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all moving to help prepare dinner.
Orlain, at that time, fuck that. He's making a point. You're listening to him? No. He's such a bitchy kid. We've established this.
Yes, we have. So, what does he say? Go ahead.
Look, I know it's rude to hit somebody because of our status, but provided nobody else is there, I think you should be allowed.
I might take that into consideration. But, my dear boy, have you ever considered you do not always need physical violence to tell someone to shut up? And you see him kind of reach. He's still holding you a little bit, even though you're much bigger now. You don't need to be held by him. This is just you being a daddy's boy, essentially.
Mm-hmm. No, it's so
And
much
he's
worse.
like-
He says that, and before he gets anything else out, he just points back at Mom and goes, Mom does it all the time.
Mom's weapon is scary. And you see her go, it is a little bit. Okay, I'll give you that one. You got me there, smart boy. That's how I got you in the first place, strong girl.
And then just the look of ew, Mom and Dad are flirting. Ew.
you just hear it from your room you share with your twin, just it's fighting back.
Both of the twins just do not like this. Do not like this time I am.
Literally, brother. Ugh.
Ew. Stop.
Now
I feel like he literally does the active effort of putting a small hand against Lucius's face and just going, ew. Elsewhere, please. Not here. I'm trying to make a point. Leave it outside the door.
Lucius smiles happily. He's like, Adara, come, give me a kiss.
No!
And then as he and your mother kiss, he looks at you and goes, "See? Violence doesn't always have to be the way to get someone to stop talking."
Gross, Dad.
Very.
Ew.
Love is always gross. But it's your kind of gross.
Ew.
And he
No.
spits
What
you
if I
down.
just don't?
Oh, you will. You'll find someone that just. You'll find someone who will be your. What's the word Orlain uses all the time in the city? You know, what's Nethson?
Nethiani.
You will find someone who will be your Nethiani.
And an even more disgusted look is like, ew. Why? Gross. Ew.
I want you to remember this. Ew, gross, ew, no, I won't ever do that. And then when you get with someone, when you have a partner, when you have someone to show us and introduce us to, I want you to remember those ews. And I want you to remember your dad saying, "I told you so."
Ew. No, that's not gonna happen. What if I didn't? No, I don't look at it. Nope. And he laughs a little bit.
What was her name?
Huh?
The Asimar you met today. What was their name?
So
You didn't get it, did you?
I forgot to ask.
Orlain, Emery, Orthros, please.
Listen, I've been.
And this is where I'm going to say something.
Mhm.
Your middle name, Emery.
Mhm.
It comes from your father's maiden name.
Mhm.
As he just goes, "I swear. All right, I'll find out the Asimar who was not present or late during most recent get together, and if you'd like, I'll provide you a name and you can go looking. Remember to wear your cloak and your hair tie and do not be caught." Now it's you. You won't be caught.
I'm literally the best all the time at not being caught. I'm the.
Your mother
That's
finds you like a and that's why your mother finds you like a bloodhound.
mama.
That's special. Literally same brain, mother and son. That's hey, that's an outlier.
Looks directly at Lucius and grins like a maniac and goes, "What? Like she can't find you either?"
Bold of you to assume I'd ever hide from her.
Uh-huh. Do I need to point out last week? And is smug as hell.
Shut your mouth, kid. What happened last week? Nothing.
Smug cat emoji.
Silence.
I didn't say
Ferdinand!
anything.
You see him call out to his unseen servant. Ferdinand, burn the eggs.
Around mom? Really? Okay.
Ferdinand. You can't say anything, but you hear a wispy wind almost go, no.
Not even your unseen servants are going to betray her in that manner. Your unseen servants, the dudes who listen to you, went absolutely the fuck not. She scares me.
No, she can touch me. I don't want to know that. No. She can't see us. She can touch me. I don't want to talk about it. And with that, with the joy and all this thing happening, this happy home life, you cut back. Having had that memory, you cut back to Morik and Vera, who are still giving you. Well, one of them is standing, the other one is kind of like not grabbing onto his shirt anymore, but they are giving you claps. Claps and applause.
I think Morik's the only one who, for in that split second. Because I don't imagine the memory remembrances take as long as the roleplay usually does. In fact,
No,
I kind of expect it's less than 5 seconds.
Dude, it might be 5 seconds, and sometimes it can be instantaneous. A memory when you remember it in most media and most storytelling, happens like that, instantaneous. And then it's the person being like, how long have I been out? Dude, you just stood there for like a minute. Even though the memory itself would have been like 5 minutes. So yes, it is the memory you experience takes, I will say, at most 10 seconds.
I'd say for a good 5 seconds of zoning out. It's normal for Orlain to just stare out into the middle distance when he does something he doesn't register. So for those 5 seconds, Mork doesn't really sense anything wrong and is automatically giving a round of applause. I think it's the 6th, 7th, 8th that he's just like, that's weird. And then Orlain blinks and just, oh, and looks off to the side.
He gently sets down the little Goyle and walks over to you. Orlain, are you alright? And like he gently puts a hand on your shoulder. Like full hover hand and then tuck.
Yes, just a memory, that's all.
You remembered something. He's not worried. You immediately feel he is not worried about you. He is looking at you with expectation. Not expectation. What is the word? He's looking at you to find out how you feel about it before he gives a verbal response.
This is very specific. It's the only way I can say how he looks right now. You know who? Okay, hold on. It's a very specific shot in like episode 5 of the Digital Circus. It is a specific shot after asking Jax if he has anybody on the outside, and the isolated shot that is given to him is kind of the feeling that his like laugh, kind of hollow, gives off. It is uh, neutral on processing still.
You are pulled into a soft hug, tail curled around your leg, as he grows to encapsulate you and protect you from the world. Take your time.
I just said it's just neutral.
Yeah, but neutral, I don't know what that is. I live in a world of good and bad, my colorful elf. I need to learn.
It's just a memory of my family. That's all.
You feel him worried. Because he felt back when you were by Lucius in that one memory. He felt what you felt. And he's like, are you alright?
I'm sure I won't be come morning, but it'll be alright.
I don't expect it to be come morning. So let us... And he lets you go and looks at you. So let us enjoy the day until the new one comes.
Of course.
What do you want to do?
He thinks for a moment. He could be serious. The thing that he wants to do is very simple. But then he glances at Valera, who's probably very confused.
The floating question mark is practically visible.
Damn.
And looks at Morik and for all intents and purposes, gives the Jax smile, the shit-eating grin. He goes, I want you to meet my family.
Huh? And that's where we'll end tonight's session, baby.
All right, I'll stop now.